Hamas has reaffirmed its commitment to the truce and prisoner exchange deal, yet Israel continues to impose restrictions on humanitarian aid. Hamas has warned that Israeli violations could halt the release of captives. Meanwhile, Egyptian sources confirmed that mediation efforts have temporarily eased obstacles, allowing essential aid to enter Gaza. But the question remains, how long can this fragile peace last? In a clear violation of the ceasefire, Israel has announced it will block the entry of caravans and heavy equipment into Gaza, preventing the delivery of much-needed shelter for the displaced. Thousands remain exposed to freezing temperatures as makeshift tents collapse under the harsh winter. As the world watches, the humanitarian crisis deepens, leaving countless families with no refuge, no relief, and no certainty about their future. Meanwhile, global outrage has erupted over US President Donald Trump's controversial plan to displace Gaza's 2 million residents. French President Emmanuel Macron condemned it as a violation of international law, saying, "You cannot say 2 million people, guess what, you will move." European leaders, including those from Germany, the UK and Spain, have firmly rejected any forced displacement of Palestinians, while Egypt and Jordan reaffirmed their commitment to keeping Gaza's people on their land. Now, despite the ceasefire, Israeli attacks have continued, killing 92 Palestinians and wounding 822 since the truce began. In the West Bank, Israeli forces carried out yet another execution, adding to the growing list of targeted killings. UNICEF has sounded the alarm over the rising number of child casualties, calling for urgent international intervention. With the death toll in Gaza surpassing 48,000, the world faces a stark reality. This war is far from over. With Gaza's infrastructure in ruins, Egypt has unveiled an urgent reconstruction plan. The initiative prioritizes the restoration of essential services, housing, roads, electricity, and water to avert total collapse. Egypt has vowed to prevent the forced displacement of Palestinians, warning against any attempts to alter the region's demographics. As Cairo spearheads diplomatic and humanitarian efforts, the Arab world prepares for a decisive summit to solidify a unified stance on Gaza's future. As discussions intensify over Gaza's future, Egypt and its Arab allies are making their stance clear. Palestinians will not be displaced from their land. Rejecting US President Donald Trump's controversial proposal, Egypt has unveiled a bold reconstruction plan, ensuring Gaza's recovery is led by its own people. With an Arab summit in Cairo on the horizon, the region is rallying to counter efforts that threaten Palestinian sovereignty. Here's more on Egypt's strategy to rebuild Gaza and protect its people.